Hello and welcome to this video. I'm going to show you how to make Shirley Dahlberg's key lime pie. I'm Drew Dahlberg, I'm her grandson. So sit back, relax, and get ready to bake.
Back in the late 1990s, we had a lime tree and we had tons of limes. So I was looking through my recipe book for something to use the limes, and I came across lemon chiffon pie, but it showed that you could use limes instead of lemons. So I made a couple lime pies and everybody loved them, and so every year everybody requests making key lime pie. I've had people ask for the recipes, but when they see how much work it is, they don't usually make it. But because it's such popular demand, I go and make them every year or whenever I know Drew and the kids are going to be there because they like it.
This is the recipe that Grandma uses, so you can pause the video and look at it here if you need to.
So we took 6 eggs. We're making 2 pies. So we split the yolks, went into the saucepan, and the egg whites went into a dish that is going to be whipped later.
Okay.
Into a bowl.
It's going to be whipped later.
Now pie crusts are ready to be...
Pie crusts are ready.
Okay, now in order to poke these, because if you don't, they puff a lot. Yeah. So you have to do it here in the kind of in the crack.
You gotta poke it in the crack of the pie can.
Right. And then do it, and then around here like this, about every so often around there, and then through here. It's not goofy. Make sure you go all the way down.
All the way down.
Yeah.
What type of pie crust was this?
I get Marie Callender's ready-made. I mean, you can make your own crust, but it just takes a lot of time, so I just buy them. So now as soon as the oven says 400, we can put those in. And they have to bake for 12 to 15 minutes. So I usually make it about 13 and then check them.
3/4 of a cup of white sugar. To the egg yolks.
Yeah, the egg whites now are going to go in the fridge to stay cold till it's time to beat them. Make sure you have, it should be kind of a little bit more. You can use this.
A spoonful of sugar.
Yeah.
Helps the medicine go down.
And that goes in there.
Okay.
And then we have to get the limes.
The lime.
Cut it in fourths. Look how Max is right under your feet, so.
Okay.
Well, you have to cut them apart. And then you put them in here, like this, and squeeze. And we need 1/2 cup. So.
Okay, 1/2 cup of
Yeah.
lime juice. With the egg
Don't pour it
yolks.
yet. I forgot the salt. We have to put in 1/2 teaspoon of salt.
Pour it in.
Okay, yeah. Now you need to mix this good. Mix it up really good.
Okay.
And
Mixing
then
the egg yolk, sugar, and salt mixture. Real good.
That is up too high.
It should have a jelly-like texture.
Leave the pie crusts in for about 14 minutes and then check them
Yes.
to cook them a little bit.
1/2 cup of lime juice.
Into the stirred sugar and egg yolk.
And
Right.
salt.
And salt.
Stir it real
Stir
good.
it up, stir it up, stir it up.
After mixing the lime juice in, you gotta bring it to a boil. Low heat, not hot. Low.
And you have to do it until it bubbles, starts to bubble, and it'll
Right.
thicken.
Stir it continuously.
Yeah, but just easy, because if you stir it too hard, it keeps cooling it off.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
you don't want it to stick. That's
Okay.
why you're stirring it.
Grandma, when was the first time you made these pies?
I don't even remember. It was a mistake, I think, because I've made a zillion of them since then. Been quite a while, but I don't remember exactly when.
Wow. Well, we love them.
1/2 cup of the gelatin.
You could buy this at any store. Any normal store.
How about that at Home Depot?
Sure.
Our pie crust still, okay, 9 minutes. Okay, so this will be back here. When this gets close to boiling, then we'll turn that on and seems to take forever, especially when you're doing two. It takes a long time because you have to do it over low heat or it'll scorch. So this is the hardest, longest part. And we have to get the pie crusts out and let them cool. And we have to put this in a dish and put it in the refrigerator and let it start to set. So it takes a while to do this.
So what's happening is the egg yolk is now solidifying a little bit more. It's getting thicker.
Yes.
And then we just put another pan to heat up for the Jell-O.
Yes, to just water to dissolve the Jell-O.
And if it smells a little funky from this thing, that's okay. It's supposed to smell a little funky. So this has been on low heat.
Yes.
That has been on high heat.
Yes, because all we do is want it to boil.
All while the pie crust should be in the oven at 400 for about 16 minutes.
Yes. Let's just check those to see how they're doing. Oh, look how they're puffing up. Look at that, doggone it. When they cool, they'll come down some, but... Oh, we're getting there.
It's coming great, Grandpa.
Okay, you can kind of set that Jell-O in there.
Okay. And mix it.
And mix it till it's all real dissolved. You don't want it grainy. Sometimes it'll kind of stick on the bottom, so you have to kind of stir down there to make sure, but this looks like it's good now. We're going to put it in the refrigerator now and let it partially set.
Pouring it all in.
Just kind of stir it as we go. Take and whisk it so there's no lumps in it.
No lumps.
No lumps.
This is all of the pie stuff, right?
Right. Okay, so you can see now that it's sort of milky looking rather than with the yellow lumps in it, and where you know just put it in before. Now we're going to pour it in a dish and put it in the fridge. That was like pretty.
Looks like there's some at the bottom in this.
About 10, 9:30.
Now we have to watch for this to get partially set. So I usually wait about a half hour and then start checking it.
Okay.
So that when you jiggle it, it looks like it's starting to go, but you don't want it to get too far done because then you can't get the egg white
Yeah.
mixed in.
Okay.
I guess they're done enough. Okay. We need another 3/4 of a cup of sugar and a cream of tartar we need.
Okay. 3/4 into this bowl.
No, you have to add it as you're beating slowly. If you don't, the stuff it weeps, the meringue.
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
you have to make sure that the sugar dissolves in the egg whites as you're
Yeah, you're
beating.
doing that part.
Well, you can do it. Whites now until they're foamy. And then we'll start adding sugar and cream of tartar until we have stiff meringue peaks. And then we'll fold that into the Jell-O mixture.
Eat it, kid.
Yeah.
Eat it.
Eat it.
So
Water
it's
just came out.
See, it's starting to set around the edges.
starting
Starting to
set.
thicken. And so now we're going to beat it so that it isn't lumpy from the stuff that started to set. So now we just fold this in.
Wow.
And you have to fold it, not whip it. Which is a little tricky because it wants to all run down to the bottom of the bowl. The hard part here is to get the stuff off the bottom. Because when you go to fill the pies, you don't want a bunch of that down at the bottom of the bowl.
True.
But it looks pretty normal, so I guess we did okay.
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's it. Ta-da.
That's it.
Yeah. And then you just let it cool and it
Yeah.
gets
It gets the
Jello.
the gel will finish setting, the jello. And then in the morning I'll put whipped cream on it. After it sets up, I'll probably put some wax paper over it just to keep anything from falling in it.
Now in the fridge they go to
Yeah.
get ready for whipped cream, which will go on top,
yeah.
which she's got right there.
This is starting to run just a little bit. It'll set up pretty quick. Okay, that's it. Fini. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.